Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jim Moran. Today we're going to try to figure out what in the world is Endzone, A World Apart Prosperity DLC. It's a DLC that recently came out, I believe, a couple of weeks ago, and for $10 you do get a few nice additions to the base game. I've already made a video on the base game, so I'm not going to worry about too much talking about the main game. I'm just going to go quickly over what prosperity gives you, and we're going to figure out if it's any good. Spoiler alert, it is. Now, before I go into that, I want to hit a new game here, and we're going to go into scenarios. DLC scenarios. So, first of all, Prosperity gives you 3 new scenarios to play from. You got another back-to-back scenario, you have Future Without Sunshine scenario, and then you have More Than Survival scenario. I've been playing the first one because that's the one that's given me the most trouble. And I plan on playing the rest of them, but I've sunk so many fucking hours trying to beat this fucking scenario, and it's almost broken to a certain degree. And I'm gonna talk about all this stuff in a second here. As you can see, this is my colony. It is massive. It is pretty fucking big. As you can see, I've expanded. I have 662 people and 91 children. It's a lot. It's a lot of people to house. And the game eventually becomes a logistical nightmare between balancing resources that you gather, such as the cloth here that you have to recycle through scrap, collecting enough scrap to begin with, having enough people housed and fed and all that stuff. So it's just, unlike other games where I've had problems with the population not multiplying on time, actually in this game they're just pumping fucking children like it's nothing. They're just shitting out kids like they have nothing better to do. So yeah, if you want to see a full overview of the game, you can look into my original video that I made on it. For now, we're just going to look at what Prosperity gives you. Again, you have the 3 scenarios, and then you have technologies, the research tree here. This is all the new stuff that Prosperity gives you. So you can do soap, you can do stew, you can do cake. All these things here are from Prosperity, and then a few things. So kitchen, for example, you can, I believe this is from Prosperity if I recall correctly. And kitchen, actually no, it's not, but the stew and the cake and everything is from Prosperity. So you can research that. And as part of my quest line, I had to research stew, and stew gives you a lot more food for a lot less resources. So if you have a high enough population like I do, then it's a very good idea to have some stew running around. Got coffee and everything. Actually, if you go on resources here, let's see, I think it's on food and housing. Where is the greenhouse? Right here. Material factory. I don't think all of this stuff is necessary. It's fun. It's nice. It's definitely good. You do get a few new buildings, such as the greenhouse, the aqua farm, and upgraded water tower, comfortable house, and durable buildings. This is technology, rather. You have a pumping station for the water. You have larger irrigation to cover a bigger area, and you have comfortable shelters. So you do have a few things that are added. Those are the buildings. I believe it's about 13 buildings that are added into this game. You have cement mining, you have sand mine, you have concrete factory. Obviously, you're going to need concrete to build some of the more advanced units like this metal. Where's the concrete? What are these concrete? Here we go, concrete. Right here. You're going to need sand to make glass, I believe. Yep. You need a concrete and glass. Where's the glass factory? It's here somewhere. I'm sure we're gonna find it. You got upgraded bulbs. You got factory unit. You can. This is the one that consumes the resources to make a glass or metal. So I haven't gotten as far into building these units to see exactly how they operate and what the resource balance is, because this scenario, the goals are kind of broken, but the scenario itself, rather, is not what's holding me back per se. It is the research. It is the very, very, very slow accumulation of research points in order to progress through this freaking research panel. So I've always had it full speed with 5 people working, and I recently added electricity to it, which seems to kind of have improved on the production of research points, but it's just held me back so freaking much. It is I've had the game running on full speed for the most part. I've had it on the second speed. Rocky, I swear to God, if you fuck with the blinds, you're gonna have a problem. It's your fat ass pouch. Get out of here. Yeah, so I've had issues with the slow research station developing points, but also another issue I've had. One of the quests here says find 8 seeds. You started the game with 2. I found, well, actually, you technically started with 4 because you have the orchard seeds as well. I found a few seeds, and now I'm only looking for 1 more, and then I can research the greenhouse. So we're gonna do right now. In order to research the greenhouse, I have to research this one. So we're gonna research that one. In the beginning, I was really struggling to get some scrap out in order to recycle them, but then I finally researched the scrap collectors here, and they've been doing a lot of work. They're holding up to 500, and they're actually more than capable of making this guy work for it. So I was gonna move this guy here, collect some scrap. Yeah, so I've never really had a population issue. I've had an overpopulation issue with a lot of people just like sitting around not doing anything. As you can see, it's kind of dropping now. I don't know why it's dropping, but I did have 750 people at some point, which is a lot of people to have. Definitely a lot of people to have. And you do want to have some settlers not doing anything in case the workforce drops. You don't want to have anybody not working on their posts, so water carriers and all that stuff. Now, the way that you find seeds, let's just go back to that issue that I've been having, is by exploring. So we're going to open the expedition. Now, I've searched all the main ones that you would think would have a seed. So there was a greenhouse, there was a farmhouse, there was a bunch of stuff there that you could have searched and hopefully found some seeds. So what I have left now is a train station, a construction site, and a diner. Of all these places, no, it's not a diner. It's actually this clothing store, because I've already looked at the diner. That looks familiar. Of all these places, you would not think that any of them would have any seeds. Now, the frustrating part is that even at the greenhouse, I did not find any seeds, and that was quite frustrating. So we're going to configure the this thing here. We're going to send as many people as we can. What is this? Research badge. Oh, shit. I don't have that badge. So that's going to suck. None of these people have the right badge. Researcher badge. Oh, well. What are you going to do? We're going to add some metal tools. We're going to add some carbon masks to kind of help them protect it. Be protected. I'm going to start expedition. It takes a little bit of time for them to go there, but it doesn't take that long. Cemeteries. Yeah, they're so freaking important. You will have to do a lot of work on the cemeteries. So a lot of people dying left and right, and then you have epidemics starting, and you got Corona 2,500. So be careful. So yes, the slow research, and this I've been on this task for like over an hour, at least over an hour, and I'm nowhere near getting it done. So yeah, it's kind of frustrating with the missions here. I'm about to give up on this scenario. Actually, I've kind of seen the only thing left after this one is making coffee. Basically, that's all there is to it. And I've spent at least I don't know, 7 hours on this scenario, and it's just not going anywhere. So as far as prosperity goes, this is all it gives you, and it's $10. It's a good amount of stuff. So you have the upgraded water tower, electric pump, pumping station, improved irrigation plan, which is kind of disguised as one building. You have the greenhouse, aqua farm. You have the concrete factory. You have sand mine, and then you have material factory. You for housing, you have the comfortable house. You have the comfortable shelter, which are really nice to have. For community, where you have I believe upgraded pub is one of the buildings that you get. It's not very clear telling you. Let's see. Factory unit is one of them. You have upgraded warehouse, I believe, is also included into that. I think this is from the original game. The original game decorations. I also have the Halloween DLC, which was free, and it's just a bunch of decorations. It's nice to have. You know, I'm not gonna lose my shit over it. Defense is all the same, and then tasks is all the same. So, yeah, you just get a few buildings. If you get a few new buildings, you have a couple, 3 more scenarios to play through. If you enjoy this game, it's definitely worth looking at for sure. The only difficult part is figuring out which fucking place has the seed so you can proceed with the fucking scenario. But yeah, keep in mind you do get attacked. I have gotten attacked a few times. I do have my workforce. Let's see, we're gonna destroy this because we don't want everybody focusing on those buildings. But yes, you do need to build a bunch of watchtowers, and when you're getting attacked, you do have to up your militia to as high as possible, because you just can't do it otherwise. So, there you have it, folks. This was Prosperity. A quick and easy one. It's $10. Came out a couple of weeks ago. I think it's absolutely worth it. Definitely